book was written in French. He was French. And in the book, he basically argues that the French language itself is part of the reason why the masculine is viewed as dominant over the feminine, and literally picks apart the language and points out how this works. Which, by the way, makes sense in French. If you read it in English, it sounds absolutely weird because he's talking about, well, the desk is masculine, and you're like, what? No, it's not. It's neuter. Because everything he's talking about in English, in the English translation, doesn't have the problem that he's talking about with regard to French. But the French look at it and say, no, French doesn't make us think this way. How can they tell? That's the fish in the water thing again. Right? So if we look at that problem and say, how does your language structure the way you think? It seems absolutely clear that that's the case. Another example, and by the way, I would argue that one of the reasons why women's liberation has been much more successful and much more accomplished in the United States and England and Australia, English-speaking countries, is because of this linguistic phenomenon that English, everything is neuter except for males and females. We can even talk about dogs and cats and things like that. When I was a kid, I was confused. I thought dogs were males and cats were females. It was just really dumb. I don't know when I learned that there were both males and female cats, and that, but it's pretty good. But when we look at how women are treated in English-speaking countries, it seems to me that it was a language-related success. That if you're in a country where, of course, women are associated with the weaker, softer things, it's much more difficult for the culture to consider women and men and women equal, because their language says absolutely not. You can't make that leap. Whereas in English, it's very easy because we don't have everything sexed in a way that we see these associations always between strength, softness, and so on. But French, you do. Spanish, you do. So it's kind of interesting. But the Jabberwock, I put that in here. I'll play it because I don't want people to fall asleep, including myself.
You're our most beloved poems. Make this a good intro, Chief. This scene needs all the help it can get.
Well, at least you're in the scene so you know what it is.
Have you seen the scene? Even when you know what it is, you don't know what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jabberwocky.
What's thrilling? And the slimy foes, dig dire and nimble in the rain. All mixing with the mortals, and among us, out there.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the junk-up bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch.
He took his purple sword in hand. Long time the manxome foe he sought. So rested he by the tom-tom tree, and stood a while and thought. And as in a fish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whistling through the tulgey wood, and burbled his key. Burble, 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 burble. Aha! 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. Left it dead, and with its head, he went galumphing back. Galump, 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 galump.
Ah! And hast thou slain the Jabberwock?
tell you, this is the weirdest thing we've ever done on this show. It was an outbreak.
Can I just put on my body and go home?
Well, you should quit firing in.
So what was the point of that little skit? What's the storyline